then, boys. So we're running a bit more of the monsters control deck that takes advantage of like Weavers and Horn and other really good Death Wish cards. Mainly because like I've been jamming this the last few days. I've played a few different things for MMR reasons, but I've been jamming this like the majority of my games. It's really fun to use. There's a slight change on the list from the other day, just because I've been playing quite a few games and sort of figuring out what works and what doesn't. So I'll link the original one above if you want to see a few more games of the list. It's pretty much the same list. So the changes we've made is Urn of Shadows as our stratagem, and the reason for this is in the Clog matchup, for example, that can feel really awkward. You want to get your Foglets down early to do the thinning. But in that matchup, you know, the coated weapons, you end up with them back in deck. What this does is allows you to draw out the Foglet. If the coated weapon's one of them, you then can consume it and get it out again, and that obviously feels really nice. In more like standard matchups, you have your Rock Fiends and can just trigger for the 4 damage. And one of the new cards in here is Harpy Egg, and so this is like your ideal one, because it will trigger Harpy Egg and you get a 6 power unit, which is higher than any other stratagem's going to give you. If you consider, you know, attack advantage or Magic Lamp gives you 5 points, technically it's the highest point you can get from a stratagem, and that's the idea anyway. So we've replaced a Bargeist with a Harpy Egg, just because I felt like we had enough consumes. We're kind of low on Death Wish cards, and not really the absolute centre of the deck, so we don't need too many consumes. You know, we've got Brewess, we've got Endrega Warrior, and that's typically enough. I feel like we don't ever need more. I usually end up with an excess. There's been plenty of games where I've used leader charges just on like small units just for that extra few points boost. So yeah, I felt like the Bargeist was a bit unnecessary. It felt a little clunky. But that's about it. General idea of control your opponent. And yeah, I don't think there's too much more to add. There's plenty of different game plans for different matchups. Obviously, I'll explain the specific matchups in the game stat show. So, as always, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe if you want to see more content. It really helps me out. I'm trying to grow the channel quite a bit, posting quite regularly, and I will get into the games. I'm expecting this to be all nonsense, but I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. I kind of prefer it to lockdown, I think, just having access to this. The hand's not bad to start. We maybe want to drop some of this stuff. There is like a super gross interaction with Maruna, which was, and it drove me wild, was Maruna stealing a card, and it triggers, it adds like spying to the card, which set off a Thirsty Dame, so I couldn't get the second trigger off on it, which was a little bit frustrating. These things happen. Yeah, I was hoping to get an Endrega. So I've held this. You know, it plays for 9, if I want to play it. And I really kind of need stuff to do. Okay, this is... That's ballsy. What are you planning to take? I have all the stuff I'd be like super mad about and taking in hand anyway, so I don't really care too much. No, they can't take Karathi, they can't take Horn.
To use my decoctions to your advantage.
I mean, I think that's a fair trade-off for me. I'm pretty pleased with that trade-off. Unless like they have like a Cantarella or something. If this is like a Cantarella, I think so they can, you know, the Galaxy Brained sort of thing. Oh, now I wish I had Maruna. Oh, I really wish I'd kept Maruna because we could have just stolen this. Yeah, that's really sad. I wasn't expecting this. I thought this was ball, which is why I kicked Maruna. Because I would literally snap off like Maruna, consume. But we can't exactly do that. Cannot exactly do that. I've also, I mean, it doesn't show in this game since, you know, we're going first, but I have actually put in the, what's it called, the Urn of Shadows, because it's kind of nice in the interaction with Foglet. You know, you can trigger Foglet instantly, and when you trigger the Foglet, if you know you're playing against say Cloggers, for example, and they're like coated weapons your Foglet, then you can just re-trigger the Foglet and it'll get the other one from your deck. And it was really, you know, playing around that Cloggers kind of nonsense. Okay, I was right. Profit right here. It was Cantarella. I don't think we consume it though. And if they coup de grace, they coup de grace. I mean, maybe we could. Maybe we could. Just consume them both. Removes any coup de grace value they could get. Because we still have a consume for the Rock Fiend. I don't mind that. Yeah, I just take away any value they get from what's it called? Coup de grace. They got no coup de grace targets now. Just in case that was on the mind. God less of that. Yeah, that's okay. So we can just consume the Rock Fiend, see where that pings. Very nice, very nice. I wouldn't be opposed to playing Workout this round, you know, we can get some decent value with it. Right now, it would play for like 8. And if we then consume it, it would play for 12. It pulls us even. Okay.
Stars reflected in a pond for the night sky.
Works out. Yeah, I think we play it here. And I don't think we stress too much yet, you know, we just chill out for a little bit. Obviously it does hit the paddock, which isn't ideal, but there's a chance this gets hit. You're gonna... Doing my Workout seems bad. I mean, okay. Guess I'm fine with this. That's a little weird. Doing the Workout really isn't that great, you know, because I would have used the leader charge there. So all that coup did was like save me a leader charge, to be honest. It wins them the round, sure. It means I don't want to push on, which if they wanted that, you know, they got the wish, but yeah, I don't think that was too great of an idea. Alright. The new inclusion, Harpy Egg. Just put in the 1, mainly because it has a kind of nice, like round 1 with like Inner Shadows. This just straight up plays as like 9. And then when you trigger it again, you get another 6. Basically plays for 18 with 1 leader charge, which is really nice. And like Inner Shadows can go on like Rock Fiend or anything like that, so.
Flog them into submission. Focus on it.
Yeah, that's how that card works, Chief. Oh, this poor guy. Sorry, girlfriend just came back. Just saying hello. Yeah, that's why you don't want Joachim and Mentals in the same deck, because yeah, that was a 0 point play from Joachim. Very sad indeed. What are you gonna get? That's a little better for you. There you go. There you go. But what do we need here? That's a 9. Like, we can like Whisper us if we wanted. I'm really just trying to get the Manticore, make that the smallest unit and kill it with the Manticore. That would be pretty nice. It's ambitious, but I did actually, I was literally saying to a girlfriend, like, I had one of those games that just like is the reason why you love Gwent. Is I had a game where I playing against unitless ST, and sort of played it. I played my lines perfectly in order to make it so that Manticore killed a god, which is obviously very, very nice. And this is now an 11-point card. Still got an hero in deck, which is very sad. Very, very sad. I mean, we can Karathi, but I don't think I want to. That's 11. This will play for 12. 5. Yeah, so we can play a Weavest. This like gives them the pass. You know, we're offering them the pass, see if they take it. Just because, I mean, Karathi onto this is obviously like really good. 13-point Karathi is obviously pretty nice, but someone's fed up of someone is fed up of playing against, what's it called? Araka Swarm. Maybe we just play the Horn. I'm kind of concerned because, you know, because of the existence of Weavest Incantation, we're kind of fine playing like this. Right, so let's think about this. Is Bargeist going to be enough? Bargeist will play for 8. So we're going to get 3, 5, make it 8, 6, 14, yeah. 15, because that'll get triggered. Just because Manticore's obviously a much better card. Hello, darling. The girlfriend's come back with me. I have to do the rest of the recording later. We'll see. So if there's a sudden change from game 1 to game 2 in like lighting and all that kind of stuff, you know what's happened. This hand's very sad, isn't it? That's better. That is much better. I mean, having no defender is just pain. What can they have left, right? Is there any way they run a way to deal with what I'm trying to do? I don't know. We could just play the Beast. I'm really not opposed to just playing out the Beast. So let's say they go... Are they realistically going to have Ball? They can't have Ball, can they? This deck's so expensive. You know, running like Lambert, and you're running Gorgaved, and Maddock, and Vilgefortz. I'm seeing Mentors, but no thingy, so maybe we're not going to see a Ball. I'm actually going to play this out. I think with Maruna actually, it looks like we're not actually going to play Weavest Incantation, and this was kind of the point I was making about the deck was like, yeah, Maruna's so much better here. This was kind of the point I was making was like, we're not playing with like the insane like Paranthea to get like triple triggers on the Death Wishes. It's kind of there because it is really, really nice. So like I played out Horn in that round 2. And it means that Death Wishes still have a hell of a lot of value going forwards. Yeah, that's fine. But the Beast, just on the off chance they're doing some nonsense, we'll do that. It does mean that their Mentors will be slightly better. Play for 10, so. It'll probably just end up consuming our Manticore here. I can't figure out what this deck is. It's a little different. I feel like it's very like counterintuitive. Since they were, you know, running like Joachim and Cantarella and Roderick and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Because great. Really not that great, is it? Even if they get to trigger that. I mean, don't play it for a whole lot. Yeah, we'll just consume that, take out 4. And then we just Karathi, whatever the biggest thing is. May just be the Manticore, we'll have to see. So if they have double Mentors, we win. but they've played a natural one. Yeah, I was gonna say they don't win here. Very clean. Happy with that one. I think we have a reasonable chance here. I actually want to go second just to show the happy I got. It is what it is. It is what it is, boys. These things happen. So we don't want Weavers. The hand's just really, really heavy. I mean, I don't feel too bad about using Manticore this round, if it comes to it. Breweress is nice to see. It's a nice consume, means we don't have to use a leader charge onto Harpy Egg. Yeah, I kind of want to go first just to show off my point about the Harpy Egg, but you get what I mean. You get what I mean. Gives you the best stratagem in the game. I can also do that. We could just go Manticore here. It's probably the best value we're ever going to get on a Manticore, and I'm fine with it. I really need to win this round, and so this pressure is going to be pretty key. We maybe get it on even as well, which would be really, really good. I think with like 2 Thrive engines, you like Harpy Egg into a consume. I mean, okay, we just killed that before like long ships come out, anything like that. Like pretty much the perfect target, with the exception of it like anchor it. I mean, I was gonna say anchor it longship, but even then that's got the armor in it. That's basically 5 points of damage, not 4. So yeah, that's arguably the best target. Trading a 4 for a 4. Yeah, there's Brockfire as well actually, but I was thinking really Brockfire doesn't do a whole lot, if that's what they have. Okay, I will very, very obviously take that one. Knowing they don't have a Karathi for Horn is also very nice. And we will almost certainly be pushing for a 2-0 here because his hand has the absolute nuts. The draws, however, are a little pointing. That's better. So we probably don't need the consume. Okay, a little disappointing. That selection, you know, would have been nice to get a Maruna, something like that, but. So we could set up the Cave Troll. Then we set up Cave Troll. Set up Horn, get Incantation down, and then, you know, things like Harpy's Egg, Rot Fiend, all that kind of stuff's going to points. I want to use Incantation this round, and kind of the reasoning for that is scoia'tael, we'll remove it. That's really something. That is really something. That's literally our highest possible Karathi target, so I will always take that there. And like, they're almost certainly going to be diversion, so we don't have to worry about Horn not having a defender. It's just Incantation can be a little sad. So we can play Incantation, see what happens basically. I don't know if I said this already, I was thinking about it, but yeah, the reason you want to do this before you get to round 3 against Skellige, if you haven't got defenders, is scoia'tael won't kill this anymore. Kinda good. Could have played Haunt before it, but if they, okay, they do get removal on it. This is kind of what I was thinking about, is if they get removal on it, they get their removal, and it allows us to kind of make a decision about the round. I wasn't expecting them to genuinely be holding gutting slash Champion's Charge for removal though, but do you, I guess. But yeah, I'm just deciding, you know, whether we commit Horn or not. I'm leaning towards not, but we can see. Let's see. You know, we're really not losing anything pushing in here. We'll end up playing the Beast as well, because Mork Bag's the thing, like, the Beast just always ends up getting Mork Bagged. Waiting for nothing, so we may as well get it down to like 6-8, maybe get a Mork Bag out anyway. All kind of good. See what they choose to do about this. Grind it up like, what do I do? All good. That just makes the Beast better. If they also have like a stunning blow in hand as well, that'll really be something. So they've committed their Blood Eagle. Well, so there's no, you know, Blood Eagle into Vabion. If they have Vabion as well, like sure, that's a possibility. But if that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But we're almost certainly bleeding stuff out here. That's what I mean. I need to stop jinxing it. I need to stop jinxing. Yeah, sure, you've got that, Bill. Okay. Okay. I mean, whatever. We just play the Harpy. I really don't care. And you know, if we go in on even cards into round 3, I'm kind of fine. On in a short round where the lock's gone, all the removal's gone, leader's gone, champion's charge is gone, like every single piece of removal they have is gone. Obviously there's still scoia'tael to come, and Mork Bag, but you know, we play a Marooner, like a Rock Fiend, Alert, Werecat, whatever. With Haunt, we're usually pretty happy. Yeah, so we can get a value there, and we probably just end up passing. We may just play the Weavers. It's not all that bad. Because, you know, we're very clearly getting down to the stuff they really don't want to use. So, you know, we're probably looking at like a Hemdall, Mork Bag, Harold kind of situation. Okay, I'm thinking one of these has got to be Harold, right? So if we play Weavers, that's been 9. Yeah. The only thing I was thinking about here was if they decide to hero pass here and don't call the bluff, whether I would actually be able to just take it to her, which is something you need to account for, because obviously, like, it's all well and good just trading cards in round 2, but there is the small chance that you get big brain and they actually choose to. Yes, that's almost certainly Harold. This is kind of what I mean. Trading a Weavers for a Harold, for a Hemdall, sorry, is kind of good. So I think it's pretty obvious we're going to be passing here. I'm relatively pleased with that. I think them passing on 7 was really weird, you know, we weren't ahead by many points. All I can think is they just had a really clunky hand. That's more like it. That's more like it. Okay, maybe not the Bruxer. That part I'm not too happy about, but certainly the Rock Fiend. Rock Fiend's definitely nice. You know what's happening, right? You know we're just pulling into Marooner and taking that every time. Mainly because there won't be any other targets. Yeah, Raiders is fine.
Women, children, elders.
There you are. Also gets the last little ping in, just from the end. And then we'll Brooks there just so we get the 1 point of bleeding value and the thrive value, but it matters a whole lot. So we need 2 more consumed, so provided both of these don't die, we're kind of fine.
A raid's a raid. I don't know whose village we pillage.
Right, so that is a Blood Eagle, and we can deny anything good just by going Rock Fiend. So this will drop it to 4. We can't deny it because it summons the rats. Okay, I forgot about that. But this is usually a cleanup. We could have also consumed Vargheist here. I didn't have to think about that one.
Praying to your gods? They wouldn't dare cross me!
Okay, pretty clean. Nice, nice. If only they hadn't used all the removal earlier,